Hello, it's Tommy Hunter, and today I'm going to be giving a speech persuading my audience to not text and drive. My audience today is my sister, my mom, and my dad. How many of you have sent a text while driving? Did you know that texting while driving is 6 times more likely to cause an accident than driving drunk? The Department of Transportation reported that in 2015, cell phone use while driving led to 1.6 million crashes each year. 391,000 of those crashes resulted in injury, and 3,477 resulted in death. That is over 1,000 injuries and 9 deaths per day that are caused by texting and driving or cell phone related distracted driving. One of my friends actually just recently purchased a new car, and 2 days after he purchased his car, he was driving his car to work and he ended up in a ditch, and he totaled his new car. When mentioning this to me, not once did he complain about his new car being totaled or what his accident would cost him, but instead he said, "I feel lucky to be alive." I'm sure he'll think twice before sending another text message while driving. Texting while driving is a global problem that needs to be tackled. And I hope I can persuade you to stop this habit before you, yourself, end up in a ditch or potentially get you or someone else killed. Text messaging has become an integral part of life for most people around the world. According to textrequest.com, in 2017 alone, 8 trillion text messages were sent worldwide, not including app-to-app messaging like Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Not only are teenage drivers the most avid texters, but they also make up approximately 27% of the drivers in fatal crashes that are attributed to distracted driving, according to edgarsnyder.com. What makes texting and driving so dangerous is that it involves at least 3 separate physical and mental actions, all of which take attention away from the road ahead. This dangerous task involves visual, manual, and cognitive actions. Summed up in a couple of sentences, you have to be looking at your phone instead of keeping your eyes on the road while using at least one hand to hold your phone, and this is all while the vehicle is in motion. These visual and manual tasks change your focus from driving and shift your mind to understanding the text messages that you're communicating to others. Doing these 3 things while driving is an extremely difficult task. DMV.org states that 5 seconds is the average time you take your eyes off the road when sending a text message. In those 5 seconds, if you're traveling 55 miles per hour, you travel the distance of a football field with minimal attention on the road ahead. Some of you may be thinking about the technology features in cars that give an alternate way of texting, but the only problem with these is that it still requires you to take your attention off the road and you're not focused on what's lying ahead anymore. So how can this problem be stopped? Well, I did some research on some apps in the App Store and found several apps that can be used to avoid temptations presented when the driver receives text messages. These apps include an autoresponder and text blockers. What an autoresponder is that it sends out pre-written text messages to people who call, text, or email you while you're driving. The text explains that you cannot answer the phone at the moment because you're driving. And text blockers literally disable your phone and you're not able to text anymore while you're driving. And this is actually an excellent way for parents to prevent teens or themselves from texting while driving. And that actually blocks texting if you're going over 10 miles per hour. But if you're not into apps, a simple solution would be to just pull over on the side of the road to answer a call or send a text to somebody. Also, law enforcement is doing a good job of cracking down on cell phone use behind the wheel. 43 states have a law now that prohibits this. And there's a new device that is under development right now that allows police to determine if drivers are texting while driving. The only problem with this, though, is that there aren't enough police officers to be at every corner in town to be checking to see if people are texting and driving. In conclusion, Texting while driving is not a problem that we had to deal with 20 years ago because there were no cell phones. It is up to us to solve this problem because we are the only ones who can stop this disastrous habit. Not only is it illegal in most states and can cost you a hefty payment, but it can also end you or someone else's life in the blink of a second. Over 9 people die per day from texting and driving. What will this statistic look like in 20 years? It's time to put an end to this. Thank you.